Welcome to my channel. We are the Mullet Fam. My name is Mary. And for some of you, you may not know, but I grew up in the old order Amish culture, as did my husband. And this is one of the dresses that my sister made for me probably 25 years ago. And this is the covering I used to wear. Now, the community I went to was not ultra conservative. We were quite liberal compared to some of the Amish communities. There's a lady who was in our church and who's still a very good friend today. Her name was Mary, and we always called her Roy Mary, and because her husband's name was Roy and her name was Mary, and so we just called her Roy Mary. And what she would do, she would always make these cookies, and she called them her askadreldi cookies, or rolled out cookies, and they were so delicious and so good, and they hold a lot of memories for me. In our community, every other Sunday was church, and then the in-between Sundays we had what we called Sunday school. Sunday school in our church wasn't just for the kids, it was for everyone. We would sit down and take turns reading the Bible. Every family would take turns taking church at their house. And I just remember when Roy and Mary had their turn at church. Mary was a phenomenal cook. I remember her chicken noodle soup that she would make. The most thing I remember her making is her rolled out sugar cookies. They are so good. The best thing is when you bite into them, they're soft and yet they have this slight crunch. So delicious. Around the time I was 11, 12, our family moved from Pennsylvania to Michigan. And while we lived in Michigan, sometimes in our in-between Sundays, when we didn't have church, we would decide to go visit other communities. And because we didn't drive, we hired a driver. And often these drivers had large vans, 12 to 15 passenger vans. And what they would do early in the morning, they would go to every house and pick everyone up. And then we would head out to whichever community that we wanted to go visit that day. But the best part was on the way home, when we were driving home, everyone was tired. And I just have this great memory of Roy Mary reaching underneath the seat and pulling out this large container of her rolled out sugar cookies and enjoying them on the way home. It's a wonderful memory. I sent Roy Mary a text and said, "Mary, do you mind if I make your amazing sugar cookies?" She gave me the green light. So stay tuned for my next video, and I'm going to make Roy Mary's askadrildi sugar cookies.